Good morning again. All right, so now that we're recording, you're going to need a tie or a towel for this class, and your tie or your dish towel will act as your strap to help you access some deeper stretches here. So just know that when it's time for what we call our yoga strap, this is what we'll be reaching for. Your big bath towel or your blanket will be for cushioning your head or your knees or your back, and we'll get you into those poses. And your pillows are going to act in this instance as your blocks for some of our deep stretching poses. For example, if we're in a bound angle pose, we can use our pillows right underneath the outsides of our legs. So this becomes a supported stretch as opposed to a really active and challenging stretch. So with that said, just like in a regular yoga class, your props are never in a good space, but as you do lay back, I'm going to have you recline on your mat. You can use your blanket or your bath towel as a pillow underneath the back of your head. And you're going to want to have all of your props within reaching distance. So when you do lay down, you want to be able to easily reach for those props and access them. So right here, I'll invite you to start to lay down. Take your time, as always, to adjust your body. Let it be comfortable. If you're new to these classes, these recordings, I'm not going to lay down with you because functionally you won't be able to hear me and it won't be as effective. If there's anything I think you need to see, I'll definitely demonstrate. So as you lay back, shift your body, allow yourself to be comfortable, settle into stillness. Adjust as needed in these first few moments, fixing your clothing, adjusting your props and your environment, letting yourself rest easily. But once you find that comfortable spot, go ahead and maintain that space. Try to welcome stillness in here. And then, as you find that stillness, draw your attention down to the bottoms of the feet and just allow the soles of the feet to relax. From the tips of the toes to the backs of the heels, soften. And bring your attention up into the ankles and into the calves. Relaxing through the lower portion of the legs. Bring a sense of ease into your knees and your thighs. And allow each of the legs, both right and the left, to completely surrender and rest. And then bring your focus up the legs and into the abdomen. And soften your belly here, allowing a gentle inhale and exhale to move through you. Feel the belly rise as you breathe in and soften as you breathe out. As the belly is relaxing, so too can the back muscles as you just start to surrender down onto your mat. Lift that softness up into the chest as you let the collarbones broaden just a bit. Your shoulder blades rest heavily onto the mat beneath you. And then bring your focus and your attention down the arms, resting from shoulder to elbow, elbow to the wrist, and wrist right on out through your fingertips. Then pull your focus and that ease right up the arms and into the musculature in your neck. Up through the face. And notice if you're holding a facial expression here, allow it to soften away. Even relax through the crown of your head. And give yourself permission, even if it's just for a moment, to surrender your entire body onto the mat. And we'll shift our attention from our body into our breathing here. So as you inhale, see if you can just find the natural length of that inhale. And as you exhale, try to match the length of the exhale to the inhale. I like to do this by adding a count to the breath. So if my natural inhale is a count of 8, my natural exhale matches that at a count of 8. My inhale is 7, my exhale is 7. There's no right or wrong. There's no good or bad here. Just try to allow the two parts of the breath to be balanced and even. And then as you continue to breathe with that balanced breath, you may find that you can stretch the exhale out just a little longer than the inhale. So if you are breathing in for 8, maybe you can breathe out for a count of 9 or 10. You're breathing in for 4, perhaps you breathe out for a count of 5 or 6. If lengthening your exhale causes anxiety in any way, shape, or form, just let that lengthened exhale go and just match the length of the inhale and exhale. Our breath work, our pranayama should always bring us ease, not anxiety. And perhaps you begin to notice, or you have noticed, that natural pause that happens between the two parts of the breath. We inhale and we pause. We exhale and we pause. Without adding any extra counts, perhaps you just embrace that pause for a moment. We inhale, and just take a moment. Exhale, and again, just take a moment. And if adding that pause again causes anxiety, you just let it go. Take 3 more breaths just like this. And as you finish that final and third breath, just return to your natural pattern of breath, whatever that may be now. And then from your natural breath pattern, as you find it, just begin to wiggle your fingers a little bit and wiggle your toes. We'll begin with a full body stretch, reaching your arms towards the space behind your yoga mat, stretching your legs out towards the front. Point your toes, reach and lengthen, taking up as much space as you can here. One more deep inhale. And as you exhale, pull your knees into your chest, wrap your arms around your legs, give yourself a hug, a rock, side to side, right to left. And then settle yourself to stillness. Keep your knees bent and lower your feet down towards your yoga mat. And we'll take your arms out and open towards a T shape. Backs of the hands rest on the floor, palms open towards the ceiling. And we'll make our way into a gentle twist. As you exhale, let the knees rock over towards the right side of your mat and allow your legs to stay towards the right in that twist. Now, a couple things to know as you settle in here. You can stack your legs. You can allow them to stagger instead. Maybe it would feel good to take one of your pillows and wedge it between the two legs for just a little bit of an extra comfort and support so the knees don't grind on each other. If it would feel good to put a blanket underneath that right shin and thigh for a little extra support as well, feel free to do that. But once you have found your way into that twist, supporting, we're just going to hold in the twist. You feel that very gentle and subtle, but deep stretch for the body. We want you to focus this morning on that left rib cage, that left lung, and just allow your breath to move freely and deeply through that left side of the body. Fully inhaling, fully exhaling. Just allowing your body to start to open up. And if you find you need to adjust or shift, you're always more than welcome to do so. But with this deep stretch, see if you can find the space where you can hold the posture in stillness. And try to resist fighting it. Try to resist pulling away. And play with this idea of surrender this morning, where you surrender into the rotation, surrender into the subtle stretch. Feel your breath moving, holding the posture, but not holding the breath. And then with an inhale, lift your legs out of your rotation to the right. And we'll just come right over to the left side here. So let your legs drop over to the left this time. And again, you can take any of those same little adjustments or adaptations using your props. Your blanket or your bath towel can rest at the outside of your right thigh and calf connection, your left thigh and calf connection. Maybe you wedge that pillow between your knees for a little extra support, a little extra comfort. Maybe you're looking over that right shoulder, and as you hold here, find that deep breath. Find that connection to your right side of your rib cage into your right lung. As you hold in stillness, just notice where your attention travels. See if you can keep your focus on your breath. And then with an inhale, gently lift your gaze and lift your knees, coming out of your rotation. Draw your knees in towards your chest, lifting your feet from the floor. You can wrap your arms around your legs and give a hug, or rest your hands where they're comfortable. Just take a little rock side to side, right to left. And then we'll settle back to stillness. Keep your knees bent. Place your feet down flat on your mat. And we'll reach for either that dish towel or hand towel, or your tie if you have one here. And make sure that you have that available. All right. Now here, we're going to keep our left knee bent for the time being. You will get to straighten that left leg out. But we'll lift our right foot from the floor. Take your towel or tie around the right foot and extend your right leg up into the air, holding on to your towel or the strap. Little bend to the elbows and relaxation into the shoulders. Try not to straighten your right leg all the way. Try to surrender your hips to the mat. Now, once you've adjusted into this position here, drawing the right hip down, maybe here your left leg will extend. Both feet flex, pushing out through the heel. Gently drawing down and bearing down on your towel or tie. Feeling that stretch, that length. Breathing into it. Notice if you're gripping really tightly onto your tie or towel, loosen that grip. And then we'll take both ends of the tie or towel over into your right hand. Your left arm is going to open out to a T at shoulder height. And then with a slow inhale, let your right leg start to open to the right side. And as you exhale, draw that right leg back in and up to the ceiling. Inhale, open the right leg out to the right. And exhale, close that right leg in. Inhale, open out to the right, and this time just hold open. Now, sometimes we think we need to open as far as we can, but really I want you to focus on strength as well as stretch here, and try not to go to your full limit. Take a couple of more deep breaths. Stretching, strengthening. Think about your left thigh, press it down towards the floor. And then as you exhale, use your thigh muscles. Inhale all the way up. take your left hand to your towel or tie. Take your right arm, open out to a T. Now, right here, find a little patience. We're going to do what's called an IT band stretch here, which is just a little stretch through your outer right hip. So for a stretch, a little stretch, we just want a little movement. So just by a couple of inches, draw your right leg across. Keep that right hip down and think about your left toes. Keep them pointed up to the ceiling. We're aiming to feel this stretch moving from the outer hip around towards the space behind the knee. And we will bring this into a full stretch or a full twist rather in a moment. But for the time being, anchor that right hip. Squeeze your thighs towards each other and keep that right shoulder down. And then from this space, pin the right shoulder to the mat. We'll come into a twist. As you exhale, take that right leg all the way across. Try not to lift that right shoulder. Keep that right shoulder down. Your left toes can fall open towards the left. Gazing right. And take deep breaths right here. And then with an inhale, squeeze your belly muscles, stabilize your back. Inhale, lift that right leg back up. Take one hand to each side of your towel or tie. And then push up, keeping your legs straight. Release that towel or tie. And with straight right leg, inhale it all the way down towards the mat. When your heel finally finds the floor, relax your legs completely. If your low back bothers you, think about your left leg. Rebend your left knee, plant that foot flat to your yoga mat. Your hands can rest over the belly as you breathe here. And then we'll rebend both legs, both feet flat to the mat. Adjust your pelvis if needed. We'll take that left foot this time, lift it away from your yoga mat. Take your tie or your dish towel around the arch of that foot, extending up. It's fine if your knee is a little bit bent. Fine if it's a bit straighter. But before we straighten that right leg, let's first just get our upper body settled. Shoulders down. Reach up for towel or strap, little soft bend to the elbow. And anchor your left hip down onto the floor. And then here, you can allow that right leg to just start to stretch out. By the way, you don't have to let that right leg stretch out, just an option. Flex both feet, pushing out through your heels. Firm up that right thigh, pushing it down. Just letting yourself stretch and breathe. Notice if you fight the stretch or if you can surrender into it. And then we'll take both ends of the strap into our left hand. Right arm comes out to a T, palm open. We'll take a little movement first. So as you inhale, let that left leg control open out towards the left. And as you exhale, close it back in. Keep your right hip on the mat. Inhale, open. And exhale, close. This time as you inhale, open and stay open. Notice if your shoulder or your hip on your right side starts to peel up. That's a sign you went too far. Only open as far as you can keep your pelvis pressing down into the surface of your mat. Keep flexing your feet. Keep breathing. A couple of more breaths right here. And then as you inhale, lift that leg back. Bring your right hand over to hold on to your strap. Left arm rests open at a T. First, we start with that little movement. Notice that my leg doesn't move very far, neither will yours. I T-band stretch just a few inches across the body. Stop as soon as you get a stretch, either to the outside of the left leg or the deeper stretch to the back of the left thigh. Keep those right toes pointed up to the ceiling. Squeeze your thighs towards one another. And take a couple of more breaths in your IT band stretch, pushing up through that heel. You want a deeper stretch, toes pull towards your face. And then next exhale, we fully twist, rolling without lifting that left shoulder. Your right toes can fall open to the right. Keep that left shoulder down. And while I won't look over my left shoulder because then you won't hear my voice, I invite you to look over your left shoulder. Just make sure that you can feel a nice stretch coming to your neck. Again, try not to lift that left shoulder. And then as you breathe in, engage your leg muscles. Lift your way out of your twist, belly and back strong. Go ahead and take one end of the strap into each hand. Push out through those heels. And then loosen yours. Tie your strap, your towel, set it off to the side. Straight left leg, inhale all the way to the mat. When your heel touches down, relax both legs completely. Hands can settle over the belly. Maybe your right knee bends if you're having some low back discomfort here. Deeply inhaling and fully exhaling. And then we'll re-bend into both knees. Feet find their way down to your mat. Now here, we're going to go ahead and reach for both of those pillows. And maybe they're in a place where you cannot reach them from laying, so you're more than welcome. Come on up to a seat for a moment. And then lay back down. We'll take the feet together, knees open wide. And even if you don't need those pillows, I'll encourage you to slide them right up next to the hips and the ankles. And just let your knees fall open. Feel that bit of support here. Rest your hands to the belly. If that's not comfortable, arms to a T, down by the sides. You can even very loosely reach your arms to the space over your head, fingertips behind your head at the back of the neck. And just allow your eyes to close, your gaze to shift skyward, and breathe. Slow, steady breaths, staying as you are. Inhaling and exhaling fully and deeply. As you breathe, surrender to your stretch. Allow your body to open. Find space where you can surrender. Surrender to stillness. Surrender to quiet. Even if there's activity around you, even if you find that the world around you is busy, you're here. Breathing. And being. Allow your body to take a few more moments here in quiet stillness. From this space, just gently bring your hands to the outsides of your thighs, your hips. Very slowly, very gently, guide your legs together. And if it would feel good, bring your knees into your chest, wrap your arms around your legs, give yourself a hug and a squeeze. Gentle rock side to side, right to left if that suits you. And then gently rock all the way over towards your right side and come into a fetal tucked position, allowing yourself to curl up on that one side in that ball-like shape. And we'll pause here in that fetal tuck, perhaps using your blanket or one of your pillows as a support, as a pillow. Maybe your arm rests beneath your head, giving a little support. Take a few more breaths here. And then as you are ready, use a deep inhale. Slowly rise up to a seat. And as we sit, we'll take our bath towel or our blanket and slide it just behind us on our mat so that we can take a seat right up on top of that support. This will take your pelvis and tip it forward slightly. Grab for one of your pillows. If it's a narrower pillow, maybe both. You're going to slide it under your knees for a little bit of back of the thigh, knee, and calf support. And hopefully here you can feel yourself already starting to tip gently forward. Now, as we come into a fold in a moment here, you're going to have some choices. You can use your pseudo strap and bring it around the bottoms of your feet to help you come in. But when I'm holding a fold, I personally like to just come forward, and without holding on to anything, I fold. Your second pillow might feel nice here as a little bit of a support. Always tip it up higher. You're not coming down as low. Give it a little hug in. But take your time to make yourself comfortable. Come into that stretch, that fold. Your feet may be a little active, but more than likely they're just going to rest. If your body doesn't come very far forward, no worries, just come as far in as you can. Let your gaze shift down, casting it towards your arms or legs or the back. Just breathe. Once again, you're just surrendering into the stretch, into this moment. Feel the breath moving through you. Allow your body to soften. And as you breathe here, notice where you may carry tension, or you may be finding a bit of resistance. Give yourself over to that tension or resistance. Surrender to it. Notice if your mind is traveling outside of this breath, outside of these postures. Just draw yourself back into your body. Give yourself about 3 or 4 more breaths right here. As you are ready, very slowly lift yourself out of the fold. If you took a pillow onto your lap or to act as your support, feel free to set that aside. Set aside your strap, if you will. And then if you brought a pillow under your legs, go ahead and remove that as well. Now, for our next posture, you're going to take your blanket or your bath towel here, and I'll show you with both what we're going to end up doing. So if you have a full bath towel, you're just going to fold it approximately in half, hamburger style, if you will, like so. And then you're going to start with the loose edges, the part that you folded in half. You're going to create a really tight roll with that. So you're going to start from those edges and just begin to roll in until you get this nice long roll shape. If you're using a regular size blanket, if you will, so this is a blanket from the studio, but you probably don't have one of these laying around. So if you don't, no big deal. But if you have a blanket that's about a twin size or a couch throw, you're going to fold it into quarters. It'll be about the same size as that bath towel was when we started. And then, starting with your loose ends, you're going to create a really tight roll here. So you'll just start to roll that in, just like you're rolling your yoga mat. So you don't want it to end up like a telescope. And then again, you just end up with a roll. So you only need one of these. I just wanted you to see with both of those particular structures that you can roll them and end up with approximately the same size of a prop or a shape. All right. Now, once you have your roll, I'm going to pretend back of my mat. I was utilizing it as such before, front of my mat where your feet were at feet. You're going to take that roll and you're going to put it where behind you, right where your head would be. Okay? You're going to sit on your mat. Take that blanket roll right up to your sacral area. So you never lift off the floor. You always stay on the floor, slide that blanket right into that area. And then keeping your hips down on the floor, you can hold your blanket roll or your towel roll in place. You'll lay back over that roll. And your chin may tip up slightly as your head comes over the back of that roll. Your arms can rest open to a T or closer to the side. Your legs stretch out long. And if you're settling here and this just does not feel comfortable for the low back, you might come back up and readjust. You're gonna maybe smooth out a wrinkle or two. If you don't like your chin being back, you can always grab that pillow and add an extension onto the back of your roll. And if after several breaths you just really are uncomfortable here, you can always lay flat to the floor instead. Not a necessity to stay elevated like this. Your legs are extended. Let your feet find the edges of the mat. Toes fall open wide. The closer the arms are to the sides of the body, the gentler the stretch will be. The more you open those arms out to a T and flip those palms open, the shoulder blades are going to wrap the edge of the towel or blanket. You get this lift in your chest. And then close your eyes as you come into this chest expander, this heart opener, this back bend. And as you close your eyes, just allow your body to breathe. And what's nice about opening up like this as you settle in is that your lungs feel like they have a little more space to expand. Your heart energetically starts to open, allowing more space to explore how you feel. It's easier to take big, deep breaths here. Just allow that to happen. As you breathe, notice if the mind wanders. Draw the mind back to your breath, finding thoughts of the inhale and the exhale. For your last few moments here, see if you can explore the edges of your breath. Simply meaning that as you inhale, see if you can take some slightly deeper breaths in. As you exhale, explore and see if you can find a slightly fuller release. Exhaling a bit more. Take one more full deep breath right here. In and out. And then go ahead and bend your knees so your feet flatten right onto your yoga mat. Your knees point up to the ceiling. We're just going to have either two options here. You can roll to the side off of your blanket or towel, or scoot your elbows in a little closer to you, give them a bend, and push yourself up to a seat, lifting to hands. No matter how you come out of this, we're going to remove your blanket roll from beneath your back. Slide it to the space underneath your knees, just behind the knees. And then we'll slowly make our way right back down to our mat. Just allowing your body to lengthen over the surface of the mat with a little support through the backs of the knees. This helps alleviate any tension or discomfort in your low back. Give your feet some little movements here, just circling the ankles around in one direction and the other. And then let them release. Let your arms rest where they're comfortable, shoulders away from the ears. Gazing up towards the ceiling with the eyes closed. We prepare here for relaxation in your supported Shavasana shape. As you settle in, make yourself comfortable. Perhaps you need to put on some socks or a sweatshirt, cover yourself with an additional blanket. But as you do settle to stillness, take a moment to ensure that your body is in its ideal positioning. Allow yourself to find the quiet stillness. The eyes settle heavy into sockets. The forehead smooth. As gravity takes the facial features, the cheeks slide down the sides of your face. Your nostrils soften. Your jaw rests. And if you find that your tongue is pressing up into the roof of the mouth, soften it away. Let the muscles that line your neck release and relax. Your shoulders rest away from the ears. Rest through your upper arms, your forearms, and your palms. And then lift your attention back up the arms, letting that relaxation remain. Relax through the chest and the belly. Rest through your shoulder blades, your back. And draw that ease down to the hips. Relaxing any stress or tension away there. And then allow your attention to travel down your thighs, into your knees and your calves. Out through ankles and the soles of the feet. And take a few moments here to just allow your entire body to surrender, find stillness in its natural state here on your mat. Very gently, just begin to deepen your connection to your breath once more. Finding that inhale and exhale. And add small movements back to fingers, back to toes. Allow your legs to shift a bit closer together. Bring a bend into your knee. And then gently roll over onto one side into your fetal tucked position. Right or left is up to you. Take at least 3 slow, deep breaths here in your tuck before you allow yourself to rise up to a seat. As you do rise, find a comfortable positioning for your legs. Lift your spine long. With an in-breath, slowly reach your arms up and around your body, gathering energy for the day ahead. Exhale, palms together, hands to heart. Pull that energy into your chest. Inhale, sweep the arms up and around your body, gathering energy for the day. Exhale, hands together, center of the chest. Pull that energy in. One more time. Inhale, sweep. Exhale, hands to heart. Pause with the hands at the heart. Breathe naturally. May you move off of your mat and into the day ahead with a deeper connection to your body, breath, mind, and heart. The light and love that is me recognizes, honors, and bows deeply to the light and the love that is each of you. Namaste. Thank you so much for allowing me to guide your practice this morning. I hope that you have a lovely day. I'm going to stop our recording.